History is filled with strange and tragic ironies, but few are as bizarre as the fate of one soldier in the brutal Battle of Monte Cassino. In the winter of 1944, Allied forces were locked in a deadly struggle to break the German Gustav Line in Italy. At the heart of this line was Monte Cassino, a rocky hill crowned by an ancient and magnificent Benedictine abbey. For months, the battle raged, turning the once sacred ground into a hellscape of mud, craters, and constant shelling. The Allies, believing the Germans were using the historic abbey as an observation post, made the controversial decision to bomb it. On February 15, 1944, waves of American bombers unleashed their devastating payload. Over 3 hours, nearly 1,500 tons of high explosives rained down. Reducing the 1,400-year-old monastery to a smoking ruin, the massive dome collapsed, and centuries of priceless art and literature were lost in the rubble. Among the Allied units positioned around the mountain was the 4th Indian Division, which included battalions of Gurkhas renowned for their bravery. As the dust settled from the bombing, these soldiers prepared to assault the ruins. But the destruction had an unforeseen consequence. The bombing had turned the abbey into an even more formidable fortress, with its shattered walls and deep craters providing perfect cover for the German paratroopers who moved in asterisk after asterisk.
The bombing.
It was in this chaotic aftermath that one of the strangest incidents of the war occurred. Amidst the ongoing shelling and confusion, a large ornate object came hurtling down from the sky. It was a copper Weathervane, shaped like a rooster, which had once adorned the very highest point of the abbey's dome. Dislodged by the Allied bombardment, it fell directly onto the position of a Polish soldier from the 2nd Polish Corps, which later joined the battle. The soldier was killed instantly. His name, lost to the grand-scale tragedy of the war, is not officially recorded in connection with this specific event, which has become a haunting piece of battlefield lore. Think about the sheer improbability. This soldier had survived the horrors of the front line, the shelling, the machine gun fire, only to be struck down by a piece of a church. A symbol of peace, dislodged by his own side's bombs. It's a story passed down by veterans, a footnote in the grand narrative of World War II, but it encapsulates the random, cruel nature of war. He wasn't killed by an enemy bullet or a German shell. He was killed by a falling copper rooster. The detail is often cited in memoirs and historical accounts of the battle. The historian Matthew Parker, in his book Monte Cassino, the story of the most controversial battle of World War II, mentions the incident, highlighting the grim ironies that littered the battlefield. The copper rooster itself survived. After the war, during the painstaking reconstruction of the abbey, the Weathervane was found amidst the rubble. It was repaired and, in a powerful symbol of rebirth and resilience, was placed back atop the newly rebuilt dome. Today, if you visit the beautifully restored Monte Cassino Abbey, you can see it glinting in the sun. A silent witness to the destruction of 1944 and the extraordinary story of the soldier who met his end in the most unbelievable way. It stands as a memorial not just to the one man it killed, but to all the absurd and tragic losses of war, where life can be extinguished not by a grand heroic charge, but by a simple random act of gravity. It reminds us that in the chaos of conflict, sometimes the most surreal stories are the truest. Thank you for watching.